Welcome to Bill's Bridge class, Class 15, responding to partner's opening of one of a suit, Saturday, April 20th, 2013. First, let's start with some assumptions. I'm going to assume for the presentations here we do not play 2 over 1. I'll have a session on 2 over 1, several sessions actually, on a 2 over 1 series if you decide to go for the 2 over 1 system. Our first priority as a responder is to find an 8-card major suit fit if there one exists. Our second priority is if we can't find an 8-card major suit fit, let's try to play in no trump. Do we have all the suits covered? And as a last resort, we're playing a minor suit. And of course, we need to know how high to play, and that's a separate subject itself. Here are the rules as a responder. The first rule I've already covered. If you have support, support. Particularly if it's a major suit, because you want to get that 8-card fit or better. We covered major suit raises and all their paraphernalia in Class 8. If you want to raise a minor suit immediately, there are a couple of caveats. First, you need 5-card support, or a great excuse with only 4-card support. Partner will expect you to have 5 because he's only promising 3, although a lot of the time he will have 4, maybe more. And the second caveat is you cannot have a 4-card major or longer, except possibly 4 small, and raise partner's minor suit, because the first priority is to find that major suit fit. He may well have a 4-card suit or 2 4-card suits. Rule number 2, search for an 8-card or longer major suit, which means you've got to bid it the first opportunity. Rule number 3, plan for your second bid. That's a rule throughout the game of bridge. Whenever you're bidding, consider what you're going to bid for this time, but also what's going to happen the next time. You need to be able to anticipate what might happen. What's likely to happen is your partner will bid in your shortest suit. That's just the probability of the situation. Be prepared for it. Rule number 4, don't rescue partner. Some people will want to do that. My advice is don't. If you have less than 6 points, pass. Somebody will rescue. If not, oh well, on to the next hand. Now let's suppose that partner opens in a minor suit. Rule number 1, show a major if you have one. With 4 hearts and 4 spades, you bid up the line. With 5 hearts and 5 spades, bid the spades first. With 5-4, bid the longer suit. Rule number 2, suppress a 4-card diamond suit over a major. Now there are exceptions. Question: I have a 5 or 6-card diamond suit. Should I bid it? The answer is, if you're strong enough for a second bid, yes. Otherwise, don't. Bid your major suit. How strong must you be? About 11 points, 10 or 11 points. If partner opens a minor suit and you bid no trump, you deny a 4-card major. You might have 4 small, but unlikely to even have that. And the bidding that follows, remember that. The schedule as to what you bid in no trump is as follows. 1 no trump, 6 to 9 starting points. 2 no trump, 10 to 12 starting points. 3 no trump, 13 to 15 starting points. I'm giving you what most people would play. I would suggest, however, a slight variation. You choose and agree with your partner. Here's an alternative. 1 no trump, 6 to 9 starting points. 2 no trump, either 13 to 15 or 19 to 20 starting points. 3 no trump, 16 to 18. If you have that in-between hand, 10 to 12, first bid 2 clubs or 2 diamonds, then correct a 3 no trump. This approach covers the entire range of no trump, all the way from 6 up to 20. If you have more than 20, you're probably going to be in slam anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. But you decide with your partner which choice you have. Some other possibilities after a minor suit opening. If you bid 2 clubs, you're showing 4 clubs or more, 10 or more starting points, and of course no 4-card major. Minor suit raise schedule, whatever they are, remember, deny a 4-card major. A weak jump raise shows 5 or more trumps, 6 to 9 dummy points, and is alertable, while a single raise shows 5 or more trump, 10 plus dummy points, no 4-card major, and it's also alertable. This approach is called inverted minors, and because it's inverted and it's not natural, it's alertable. We're going to have a class on inverted minors sometime in the near future. Lastly, I want to cover a single jump in a new suit which shows a weak 6-card suit and 3 to 6 starting points. It tends to be preemptive in nature. I'll have comments on this shortly. What happens if partner opens a major? With support, we've already covered that in Class 8, so I'm not going to go to the single raise, a double raise, the raise to game, Bergen raises, 2 no trump, 3 no trump, all that stuff. It's already covered. With no support, which means too small or so, 1 spade over 1 heart shows 6 or more starting points and 4 spades. You should bid this if you have 4 spades. 1 no trump shows 6 to 9 starting points and the inability to bid 1 spade if the opener would bid a heart. Now, again, I'm saying this is not 2 over 1. 2 clubs or 2 diamonds shows a 4-card suit and 10 or more starting points. 2 hearts over 1 spade promises 10 or more points, but in this case promises a 5-card heart suit. Make note of that. 2 spades over 1 heart is weak. It's a weak jump shift, just like on their minor. It shows 6 spades and 3 to 6 starting points. I want to make some comments before we close here on the jump shift. Today, the vast majority of tournament players choose to use the jump shift as a weak bid in all situations. And while my class is going to incorporate that, I want to suggest the possibility of other alternative approaches, and I'm not totally sold on the current standard approach. There are 3 situations in which a jump shift might occur in the nature of the game. It's outlined in the next screen. And I would ask my readers to consider each case independently and consider which treatment they should choose to pick. A note on conventions as a whole. Anytime you have a bid that means something which is not natural, means something special, you are compromising. There's something to be gained from the convention and there's something to be lost from the convention. The question is, and it's an independent one, an individual one perhaps, or partnership one, are you gaining more or losing more by choosing a convention? I ask you to use your own judgment in considering any convention that we're going to cover in this class or any class. 3 situations where a jump shift might have a special meaning. First is a response to an opening bid with no interference. The second is a response to opener's opening bid with interference. And the third is response to an opening bid as a passed hand. Each case is a little bit different. And tomorrow I'm going to cover alternatives to treatments of the jump shift in Class 16. You don't need to take any of them. You can consider them all as weak and ignore the next class if you like. But I'm going to make a comment or two about the jump shift in general. See you tomorrow.